me for this edition of In the Boardroom with Lucy Marcus is Lord Davies. He is the author of the UK's report on women in the boardroom, and he's also the chair of the Royal Academy, where we are today. Lord Davies, when I look around the world at economies, we're in deep trouble, really. And in order to have strong economies, we need strong businesses. In order to have strong businesses, we need strong, active, and engaged boards. And it seems as if, and I think you probably agree, that women are a big part of that equation. Why not impose quotas, even temporarily?
Well, you've covered a lot of ground there. I think that the world is going through a really interesting phase. The West is challenged because we've over-leveraged. I have a feeling that the world is really reacting. They want fairness on pay. They want fairness about the equality in the boardroom. They want fairness. It's about the Arab Spring. It's about the shareholder spring. It's just a mood of the world that there were some excesses in the last 10, 20 years, and we've got to correct them.
But why not then make them do it? I mean, it seems to me as if the pace of change is such that in places like Italy, where they've put in laws for quotas, but they haven't even come into place yet, they've already started seating women into boards. Fiat has a woman and so on.
I think we're past the tipping point in the UK. The take-up of new appointments of women to the boards is quite extraordinary. So I think, we've got the chairman to wake up to the fact that this is not a male-dominated club. This is not a club.
Chairmen are very powerful.
They're very powerful, but so is the CEO. And at the end of the day, the chief executive runs the company. But the board is there to help with the governance and the strategy and to make sure that there is the right balance for the stakeholders.
So who's going to get the women in the board?
Well, no, it's happening. It's happening.
But
Look, there's been
who's
a massive.
responsible? I mean, is it the chairman or
the owners of the
nominations
company,
committee?
the owners of the companies did not speak up on pay.
Right.
The owners of the companies did not speak up on corporate social responsibility. The owners of the companies did not speak up around the issue of women.
The institutional shareholders.
The institutional shareholders. They were nowhere to be seen. This is about good business sense. We should not do quotas. That's a last resort. But if the companies and if the market doesn't self-regulate, then we should bring quotas in.
So one of the things that I'm wondering is the strange juxtaposition of seemingly new and edgy companies like Facebook going public, no women on their board. What's going on there?
Well, I think actually, funnily enough, when I started this review of women on boards, I thought the US was way ahead of the UK, but actually it's behind. So the reality is American business has as much of a problem on this issue as other countries. And at the same time as really trying to open up this sort of issue about women on boards, you also have the shareholder sort of pressure coming in on pay. And I think all of this is coming together into saying to the boards of directors, you actually are not a club working for yourselves. You've got to be more transparent, and you are working for the owners of the company.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, what role do you think headhunters have to play in this? Because in some of the conversations that I'm having with them, they say, we'd like to add some more interesting, diverse people, but the companies still have a strong sense of, we need a CEO with, this kind of experience.
Yeah, but that's that's bullshit, Basically, what I say is the headhunters blamed the lack of supply. The supply said, we're not getting picked up. The chairman blamed the headhunters, and the shareholders said, what's going on here?
So what do we
everybody
do?
Well, no, we've sorted it. We've got a headhunter code. I'm very confident that we're now tapping a new sort of gene pool. And, to be a non-executive director, you don't necessarily have to have run a P&L. But you do have to have the right experience. So we've got to train and develop women. Women don't sell themselves as hard as men.
So what should we be doing better? I'm a woman. If I want to go and sell myself,
it's
what
Venus
should I
and
be
Mars.
doing?
It's Venus and Mars. You ask a man whether he can do a job. He'll say, "Of course I can do it."
Right.
But I haven't even explained the job to you. You ask a woman whether she can do the job. She'll say, "Well, what is the job?" She'll be a little bit more cautious. Now that's a generalization, but it's come across in this study that actually women also have to network in a slightly different way, and the headhunters have to tap into this gene pool in a more creative way, which I think they're doing.
To me, in a way, the discussion about women is part of a larger discussion about strong boards, strong companies,
boards, strong
economies.
teams, strong companies.
So, Mervyn, thank you so much for having us here at the Royal Academy.
Pleasure.
For In the Boardroom with Lucy Marcus,